What up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have the tier list for JJK units. Okay, I've seen some other people do this. I was going to do it as well, but I wanted to wait a bit. Okay, I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to marinate. You know, I wanted the units to marinate in the sauce. Okay, so today I was like, okay, I've seen enough, I think, and I have gotten most of them actually, and I was able to test most of them. Now, I know I haven't really made any videos because for a lot of them it was just not fun or good at all. So it wasn't that good of content, you know? Also, some of them are siege units and stuff like that, and I haven't done many siege videos lately. So soon, if I do make a siege or guild war video, I will definitely be testing some of like the guild stuff, the guild units. But I have had an opportunity to test most of it on my own. So yeah, if we start from the literal first unit here, and if we use this metric that this is the one they had when you go on the site, which I think is not a bad one. You know, I was like, do I want to change this or do I want to keep it? And I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. You know, we can work with this. Because usually I just put S, A, B, right? But this seems like a decent scale too. So first one. Okay, so Dark Nezuko. Obviously, this is probably the best unit of the collab, in my opinion. And I think many other people will tell you this. And yeah, I think this is going straight to amazing. It is the best, most usable LD5 here. Self cleanse, triple cleanse. Does she cleanse the whole team or 3 units? I think it's 3, right? Herself and 2 more. Yeah. So it's a triple cleanse with 3 turn immunity. And then it also attacks, and then it also strips the target, and then it also reduces the cooldown of the units who are attacking. I think not herself, right? Not herself. Or at least on this skill. I think that was a thing, and then they changed it, if I recall correctly. But yeah, this is great base stats. I kind of forgot what she awakens into. Is it a res? Is it accuracy? I'm not sure. But whichever it is, it's good. It's good for her. For her, you can build her on res. You can build her on accuracy. You do want some accuracy. I think it is accuracy though, right? I think it is. If we can find one that's not built, because everyone is so excited and has it built, obviously. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think it's a good awakening. It's definitely not crit, right? So yeah, this is the best unit of the collab, pretty much, and that's it. Now, Fire Nezuko. Okay, so Fire Nezuko, dude, this scale might not be great now because they all need a buff technically. Well, most of them need a buff, because if you say usable, it means that it needs a buff, right? Like, usable needs a buff. Usable isn't good, right? Like, good still probably needs a buff. You know, but the usable definitely needs a buff. So, need 1 buff. Wait, need 1 buff? That's better than usable. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm just gonna go S, A, B, C, and then we're just gonna go F immediately. So yeah, I think this is a better skill because I don't think it makes sense to put needs 1 buff under usable, because like usable needs tons of buffs usually. So it's yeah, let's just do it like this. Okay, S tier is obviously gonna be Nezuko. Now this one, she is kind of usable. I tested her, but it's not great because she does need more activation on this, in my opinion. 70% is okay, but it wasn't that great. Okay, the good thing about her is that she does have pushback. Okay, pushback is pretty nice. So I would put her probably in B tier, compared to like all the other JJK units or Demon Slayer units. Light Nezuko. Now this is a very, very niche pick. Okay, I don't think she's F tier, but I think she goes into C tier. It's very niche. It has more siege usage, I think, than it's anything else, right? But arena RTA, you're not really gonna see her much. It's not that great, but mostly for siege. But it's like, it's not that great. Like, I think maybe she's a little bit overhyped. But if a unit is only like mediocre on siege offense, it's like it doesn't deserve to be higher than C tier. Water Nezuko, I got her literally last night, so I wasn't able to test her, but we did say she needs a buff in my buff prediction video, and I don't think you're gonna see this being used much. You might see her with like Wind Cookie in RTA, where she also gives herself a shield, and then the Cookie passive helps. It's a bruiser unit, but very niche, very niche. Doesn't have any self-protection really. Realistically, she kills herself to get a shield, which can be stripped, but then she does have a revenge on this. But I still think this is a C tier. I don't think she's that good. Very niche pick. I think less usable than Nezuko here. Now this one, definitely, like, this could be the best Nezuko after the dark one, but again, it's only a siege arena offense unit, but it's not a niche pick, right? Where this is like a niche pick, and she's more like a B tier because she's immediately usable. She's great for what she's made for, right? I wouldn't put her in A tier because it doesn't go further than that, right? It's just pretty much just for siege, right? So, but still, it's good at what it does, so it does deserve to be in B tier. Dark Tanjiro. Now, this is again very similar situation. I tested him in arena. I tested him in RTA. In RTA, it was really bad. In arena siege, better. He is one of the most consistent defense breakers now. Now, I still wouldn't put him in A tier, I think. He might be in between A and B, but it is a pretty consistent defense breaker. You know, you might see him on defense soon, potentially. Okay, potentially. Because it's kind of like it's a little bit different than Truffle, but it's a bit more consistent at defense breaking, and the slow is really good too, right? So I would put him in between, maybe even A tier, B tier, A tier, wherever you put him. I wouldn't really complain about it. Whichever one is fine for the Demon Slayer units. But yeah, he can be there. Fire Tanjiro. I think it's fire. Yeah, it's Fire Tanjiro. C tier. I mean, it's you guys already know what we talked about. The Tanjiros, they both have ignore defense skills with accuracy based skill trees that are AoE, which never fits well. The skills are pretty bad, both on the wind one and the fire one. They do too little, in my opinion. The damage is also really low on the skill 2 because you have to build them a certain way. You can't really build them on speed crit damage attack on you know, if you want to use them. For RTA, for siege, you might be able to use them on offense and just build them on full damage and completely not care about third skill at all. I think still they can never beat Sonya and Water Siri and Farcassandra and stuff like that, you know, when it comes to siege offense. So I think it's a very niche, but yeah, I'll put both of them in C tier because I think they just both, I tested both of them, they're just really bad. You might have seen some people test it, like, but don't get, like, if you see our Babo video using him or like something like that, and it sometimes works, it's all for content, guys. Like, good and being able to use it for content is not the same thing, right? Some people can make some units look usable, and then after some time they never use them again, you know. But yeah, that's how it is. They're not good. Light Tanjiro. Light Tanjiro might even be F tier, potentially. But do I want to put him in F tier? Because it is the same thing, right? It's the same second skill, but the skill tree is worse than both of these. Okay. I thought this would do some good damage, but it actually doesn't really do that much damage. It's a little bit disappointing how much it does. Branding skill 3, and then the passive part is terrible too. 10% recovery. It's like, yeah, I think Light Tanjiro is definitely one of the worst LD5s at the moment in the game, and yeah, I wouldn't mind putting him in F tier. Surprisingly, wait, where's, oh no, it's fine. Surprisingly, Water Tanjiro, the best Tanjiro in my opinion. We're gonna put him in B tier. I think yeah, he's as a 4-star, I mean, being able to just have decent skill 3 and 4 and 2. I mean, what do you want more, right? The skill 2 is pretty cool. It's the same as the dark one. And the skill 3 is a 1-turn freeze. And then it does more damage. If deals damage 2 more times to the target with harmful effects. And inflicts continuous damage on them for 3 turns each. So it's not amazing, but it's a 4-star. You have to think about it. Like, a 4-star getting a better skill set than the 5 stars. It's a little bit weird, right? So you can use this in RTA. You can also use this in 4-star RTA, 20-star RTA, definitely. But yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of solid, right? It's kind of solid. It's not great though. It's not great though. I kind of want to put this guy because he's so consistent, right? I kind of want to put him in A. But to be honest, what's gonna be upcoming now is way better, so I think I'll keep him in B. Now, the Zenitsu family. Okay, I'm gonna skip the Zenitsu family. I'll leave them for last. Okay, first of all, Dark Inosuke. That's one of the units I have the least info on. But considering the skill 2's garbage, and considering that this I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty damn bad. Okay. Attack bar decrease. Immunity against attack bar decrease. And then you get 30% attack power and 20% crits. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. F tier. Like, it's just nothing. This unit does nothing. Like, I'm sorry, but this does nothing, bro. Like, this skill 2 alone just kills a unit, I feel like. So yeah. I'm sorry, Inosuke. GG. Fire Inosuke. F tier as well. Again, it does nothing. It does have a better passive, but I mean, it's just useless. It's a useless unit. Again, these units need to have like a skill 2 that can do something, and there's nothing. Next one. Now this one is pretty damn good. That's gonna be our first real A tier. Okay. Now, this guy is getting pulled down a little bit. He would have been S tier if his skill 2 didn't suck. Okay? But since the skill 2 sucks, skill 3 is awesome. He does get A tier. Okay? He does get A tier. It's a great unit though. It's a great unit. I think you can use him. You're going to be happy with him. And yeah, that's it. You already know this skill. Pretty fucking juicy. A lot of damage, defense break, push back, increase cooldown. Got everything you need. And then this becomes also better with this skill, because you're setting up for yourself essentially, right? So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Next one, Water Inosuke. C tier for now, sadly. He does have a speed lead, but his skill 3 and skill 2 do nothing, so I can't really put him above, right? He's not getting F tier because he does have a speed lead and the strip doesn't touch. So he does have something, but I believe this in the future, like one buff could completely change him. Like my suggestion was to give him 20% bar on the next unit that's moving. Make it kind of like the Water Ezio. And then he would be pretty cool. Because then he is a speed lead with the strip that also boosts one unit. He's not super fast, right? But it's still pretty usable at that point. But yeah, he would have been F tier though if he touched with his skill. I'll be completely honest. Wind Inosuke, another unit that I haven't really had much experience with. Increase your attack power for 2 turns and attacks the enemy 5 times damage. The target, if hit by this attack, cannot be revived during battle. Now, I think this is better than both of these. It's a 4-star though. He does have the shitty second skill though, as well. So, I'm leaning F tier or C tier, somewhere in between. But you can put him wherever you want, to be honest. Inosuke family got... It's pretty weird. Like, if the skill 2s weren't so bad, they would have been much better. Okay, but... these are embarrassing for Nat 5s and Nat 4s. And yeah, it's just kind of sad. Now, Wind Gyome. Okay? Gyome. This is already A tier. This unit is probably one of the best free units they've ever given out. It's such a good siege unit that it's pretty insane. Potentially also a RTA unit. I haven't seen it much in RTA, but it's actually a banger. It's a free win siege. I'm sure you will see siege defenses as well with this. It's a very solid unit. Solid unit. Nice. Good job, Comtos, with that one. Okay, let's go Zenitsus. We're gonna go... Now, this family, this is the best family they made, obviously. It's the most complete family. It's the coolest family, in my opinion. And let's start with this one. Now, first of all, the second skill on the 4 stars is not as good as the second skill on the 5 stars, okay? It's still not a terrible skill, but it's not a great skill, okay? It's a okay skill. Attacks enemies 2 times, decreases attack bar by 50% with a 50% chance. So you get a 60% chance to push back 2 times, okay, by 50%. So technically you could get 100% pushback with this skill, AoE. Now it's pretty rare, but you will get 2 on average, which is really good, right? You will get about 2 on average, right? So I think it's good though. I think it's still a good skill, okay? It's still a solid skill. The passive is the same on all of them. The first part and then the second part changes. Increase damage by 50% if there's an ally under an ability. I think this one might be the worst one because you need to be stunned to have this increased damage, which considering he's anti-stun, it could be decent, right? Like Gianna moves as an example, or whatever, despair something moves, stuns your unit, and then your damage is increased. It's not bad. It's a 4-star, right? It's a 4-star. The 4th skill is the same on all of them, which is also really fucking good. The execute is so good. The bargain is so good. The elemental advantage is so good. These are packed. I can't give him less than B tier. Like already as a 4-star, I cannot give him less than B tier. Okay, like I can't. It's technically impossible because it is so packed. The only bad part is the base HP, but even the base speed, like these are absolutely packed. Okay, let me try to find one here. Look, he also gets a Nat 5 Awakening. 25 Ac Awakening. Like, brother. These have to be one of the best releases. One little buff on this guy, and even as a 4-star, it's a really cool unit. Okay, really cool. Light one is, I think, a bit of a better version. Increase your attack by 50% when an ally under an ability gets a turn. Now, same thing. You benefit from your teammates getting stunned, right? But getting bar is a little bit crazier than having a bit bonus damage, right? Again, a 4-star, man. Like, again, all the skills, everything is perfect. No res awakenings. He has what, accuracy or crit rate? One of the two. I think it's Ac. Again, which is again great. Like I have nothing to say. Like, look at this. Again, base HP is the only sad part, but still, it's still solid. B tier. Now let's do the dark side too. Okay, because people have been saying, oh, he's bad. Guys, these units cannot be bad. Okay, a unit with this kind of a kit cannot be bad. All right, whatever you say, it's impossible for it to be bad. All right, like with this 4th skill, with this insane 2nd skill, which is even better than the other one, where you have a 3-turn cooldown, 2-turn speed buff, Multi-hit with attack speed. Do you know how much damage you're getting from these skills, bro? It's like... I was able to only, like, actually use the wind one. Because I got him, like, 2 days ago or something. The first match that I used him, I never even used the Ford skill. And I was destroying. Okay? Like, I forgot that I even had this skill. I'm telling you, like, these are insane. They're insane. They're so cool. They're so good. Like, I like them a lot. Because they're not overpowered, but they're so, like, perfectly put together. In my opinion. Now, this guy gets a bonus damage. If you have a max crit, you get bonus damage. Very cool. I've seen the damage is really good. Some people saying this guy's damage is not good. What are you smoking? What are people smoking? Like, these actually, all of them do really, really nice damage. I have mine built on crit rate. And he's hitting like almost 20k on a defense break with skill 1. That's insane. Look at this. This build hits like almost 20k on a defense break. It's got 68 crit damage and 1100 attack. And the dark one will hit even harder. Because he has the crit passive. The bonus damage passive. And then you get bonus of random dots. Why not? Just more damage. Bonus. Really, really. I'm putting this in A tier. Like, easily. Okay? Easily. People need to start using shit. All I see is people saying stuff. But no one's using it. Alright? I'm trying to search who's using it. No one's using stuff. No one wants to test. Everyone's waiting for someone else to test. Okay? Start using your units. Start testing. Start finding a way to use them. Okay? You're not gonna immediately find like what's best. You have to go through some shit to find what's best. Next one. Wind Zenitsu. A tier easily. Even better than the dark one. In my opinion, even better than the dark one. Because he's anti-kill. Anti-nuke. You can't just Sonya him. Right? You get the same package, but you get the different passive. Right? Now, for the long battle, this is a better passive. But the protection part is big. It is big. It is there. It's big. And it can help you a lot. Right? Easy A tier. And now, like, probably the best one out of the Zenitsus, Water Zenitsu. This, I thought it was going to be not great, but when I actually saw it in action, holy, the amount of bar you get from this, and the fact that you have speed buff and that you're moving a ton, and this giving you bar, everything giving you bar here, bar there. God. This takes so many turns. This is so sick. This is so sick. Okay. Like, I can't stress to you how impressed I am by this family. Like, this family specifically, I'm impressed. Like, the fact that the last time I was excited about 4-star units was, like, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. When's the last time they released 4 stars and I was like, damn. That's like basically an ad 5 with worse base stats, right? Which is kind of what these are. So yeah. That's my tier list, okay? That's my tier list. If you think I was too harsh on something, let me know. I mean, I'm sure people will try to defend the Tanjiros because they've seen some usability, but trust me, it's different. Like, testing for content is different than actual usability. Like, I'm telling you, raw, no filter, usability wise, okay, how good these are. and that's it. Because like you're not using these units. Like these units suck, man. It is what it is. You can try them, but they suck. That's just how it is. They suck. But yeah. Even if you don't have the 5-star Zenitsus, don't be discouraged. Try the other ones. They're really cool. But yeah, that's it. That's the tier list. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this is my opinion. You guys maybe have found out something else. I don't know, right? You might have figured something else out, some other way to use some of the units that I ranked low. Maybe I'm wrong, and it's still too early, right? It's still too early to completely exactly know what's what. But I still wanted to wait a little bit instead of just going immediately, okay, this is it, right? I wanted it to marinate a bit, like I said. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. That's it. Peace out.